Hi, well, I thought today I'd go over my Rikon, I call it a woodworker's kind of radial drill press, and very unique. I love this thing. I don't know why you don't see more of them. They're not going to be super accurate, I mean super accurate like for machining or anything, because there's so many things that move. But I don't run into any issues with woodworking. So just to show you a couple of the things this will do, I can actually turn it this way, so it can actually go out to the side, you know, so it's kind of clockwise, that sort of thing. I can also, and this is what I use more often than anything, is I can loosen here, and as you can see, I can move this thing way out. Now, of course, you put it on a cabinet. This got a lot of heavy stuff in it, so it's not going to be top heavy. But as you can see, I can come clear out here. That opens up the possibilities of a lot of things. Plus, when I'm actually working on something, I can change where that center hole is, so that if I've got a sacrifice piece, it can have holes all over in it before I toss it. So just to show you some of the things I've done with it, I put a little box kind of under it that slides into it, that's got parts and pieces that I may need or not need. I made a fence for it, and this is my top. So you can see on the bottom I have a piece of T-track, and then on the top two pieces, and this is my sacrificial piece that comes out, and I've got a bunch of those I just made out of MDF. And you can see I can just start moving the holes all around. Anyway, so this is very easy to put in place. First thing I do is I've got a couple of T-bolts here that I can set in place. And I put this on here. Now this also makes it highly adjustable in, out, and all that. So let's go ahead and I'll put it like right here. And I can tighten it up on the bottom. And this is really easy to move down. So I'm going to move it down a ways so I can get my fence on it. Anyway, now the fence I've got right here, this I made out of some, it was actually a piece left over that I used for something else of this stuff I got at Rockler, and then these brackets, and I've got some stops on the back here just that I can use when I need to. Also one of these stops, I had one of these, and I just made a couple wooden handles so they were tall enough. And this sets in place here. Get the other one in there. Anyway, and I can put this fence pretty much anywhere, tighten it up, and I can move the stop block back and forth, or put these other ones that I've got in the back on the front for something. So that works really well. And like I said, I can move the center point. I can turn this way and move it, but I can also loosen up here and move it in and out. And so that makes it really simple, especially if I've got bigger boards. I can actually lay a bigger board on here and bring this way out here to drill. So and it seems to be reliable. I mean, I tighten it, it tightens down really tight. I mean, you can't move that thing. So I don't know. And the other part is up here, and you can see the increments up there for turning it. I never really use that much. Now, one thing I've done here is this is two pieces of, I use it for air. See how I've got it? Well, I'll show you when I get, well, actually I can take it off here. I got it on with magnets, and I can dial this down to very low air pressure, and these are off of a DeWalt or Porter Cable saw. that I just went to the parts department and looked at their scroll saw, and I bought 2 of these, and I pulled a piece off and put them together, and then I drilled this out so it's the same size as the tube. Anyway, and that just goes up there like that, and I've got a light on this. So to show you other things I can do, this is a normal drilling, you know, and you know, all the normal things are here that you have on, and I can change the speeds up here. That's typical of all of them. But what I can do with this is kind of a couple unique things. One, I'll take this off, and what I can do is loosen this, take the top off, and take these out. And I made kind of a little wooden jig, not much to it. You can see it's just out of some scrap wood that I had around. It's got different holes in there. A couple of them, what I found out is I had them too close to the edge and I couldn't tighten knobs up, so I had to move them. Don't use this very much, but boy oh boy is it handy for drilling on the ends of, say, a long board or something like that. You can even put dowels in the end of a long board. So you set it there. Let me get this washer. I'm still here with this washer anyway. So now, there's a lot of ways I can do this, but one of the things that I have to do here is put a couple of, they're nothing more than like a stop on here, because if I put any clamps in this T-track, they'll fall right through the bottom on the floor, and while you're trying to hold it, you don't want to do that. So I'll use a couple of these, but I'll show you. You can pretty much use any kind of clamping you want, so you don't have to have the T-track in here. But let's say this board here we want to do, so I can kind of, all of this I can kind of get at later for, oh great, come on, I'm trying to hurry. Never hurry in woodworking. Fortunately, I'm not really doing this. You can use these, you know, just go like that. Another one, here's a clamp. Let me see here. Anyway, you can use these too. But, so anyway, now what I want to do is I want to center it this way, and you would normally have it marked. And I can move this in and out to right at the center point, tighten it, and I'm going to tighten the up down because I don't need to do that. That also straightens this up and down. When it's loose, it's not quite straight. But anyway, now I can drill right down through a long board. And there are places where that's handy. Can't exactly think of them now, and this again, my error, I can just, it's long enough I can put it just about anywhere. So that's one of the things that I can do with this that I couldn't do with my old Delta. And now I'll show you another device, and that'll kind of finish out the oh, why that's sliding so. Okay, here I'm getting ready to take it apart, so I'm going to speed it up again to save you some time. I was hoping to try to get this thing in enough minutes that I could do one video, but I don't know. I may have to do a part two. I'm not sure how much time they actually give you. Again, I should have rolled this thing up a little ways, and that way I could have reached under there much easier to take this thing apart. In any case, once it's apart, I'll be putting on the sanding attachment, which was a lot of fun to use. It worked really well. I don't use it as much anymore because I got a spindle sander,